What do you do when you receive the greatest blessing and the worst tragedy all at once? What a delight it would be to unexpectedly becoming a parent and witnessing the joy of bringing a new life into the world being overshadowed by unfathomable tragedy. The world has witnessed Jenna Bush Hager's rise from being the daughter of a president to becoming a journalist, author, and mother. And that is her narrative. Jenna was caught in the middle of a moment when joy and sadness met in ways that shocked millions. This compelling tale is going to be our focus today, a narrative whose unexpected turns caught everyone off guard. Through the joy of a pregnancy announcement, the sadness of loss, and the strength and wisdom gained from overcoming adversity, Jenna's story teaches us something. You won't want to leave until the very end, I promise you, since the story here is about so much more than simply loss. The message is that love, hope, and the ability to see the light in the darkest of times are essential themes. You may have seen Jenna Bush Hager on TV for a long time. Her infectious laughter and friendly demeanor make her seem less like a famous person and more like a neighbor you'd sit down to coffee with. We were all overjoyed to hear the news of her pregnancy and wanted to celebrate with her. This wasn't simply another landmark for Jenna. This gave me hope. She, her husband, their children, and the extended Bush family were all filled with an overwhelming sense of exhilaration. Picture the talks that take place during family dinners, the loving looks between siblings, and the smiles that grandparents wear with pride. The light of fresh starts appeared to illuminate every second. However, we are aware that life moves at its own pace, and that unbearable sadness can sometimes accompany happiness. Tragic events occurred with terrible force despite the world's celebration of Jenna's pregnancy. Tragically, a family member passed away during what ought to have been her happiest time of her life. An atmosphere of sadness settled over the once exciting atmosphere. Finally, the unexpected turn of events is here. Now Jenna had to deal with the two opposite ends of the spectrum of human emotion at the same time. The highs and lows of being pregnant, of new life and hope, and of death. Carrying such opposing feelings in one's delicate heart is something that few of us can even fathom. Jenna and her family had to face this fact though. Being the center of attention is nothing new for Jenna. Every moment of her life has been documented by millions of people because she is the daughter of President George W. Bush and First Lady Laura Bush. This time, though, the collision of happiness at being pregnant and sadness at losing a child was unique. She was unable to hide away in quiet contemplation or put on an act like everything was fine. On the contrary, Jenna opted for genuineness. She made her sorrow known to the world. On TV and in her writings, she revealed parts of her journey. By doing so, she exposed a part of herself that touched many, particularly those who have experienced the pain of masking one's own feelings for the sake of others. When times go tough, the people closest to you mean the world. The presence of Jenna's husband and children served as a stabilizing force during her times of mourning. She had the support of the Bush family, who are known for their strength, faith, and long history of perseverance. It's easy to picture peaceful nights spent talking about things that hurt. Memories of the departed loved ones brought both laughter and tears. There were silent moments when no words were necessary, as well as moments of prayer and embraces. The smallest acts of kindness, like sitting next to her, holding her hand, or sharing a meal, meant the most when it came to showing support. Jenna found the eternal truth in the midst of it all. Love keeps us together while grief breaks us. Grief does not follow a straight line, as Jenna's story shows us. A jumbled mess. There's no telling. While some days offer joy, others bring sorrow. Plus, they can show up at the exact same time on occasion. But the most profound takeaway is this. Neither joy nor sorrow can remove the other. Both can coexist and help us grow into better, more caring individuals. It was nearly symbolic for Jenna to bear life while grieving loss. I felt like the world was trying to tell her and us that no matter how bad things get, there's always a glimmer of hope that tells us to keep going. Similar to her parents, Jenna has frequently discussed her religious beliefs. After a terrible event, it served as her guide. Faith fortified her in times of overwhelming sadness and enabled her to view her pregnancy as more than a gift. It served as a constant reminder that life goes on, no matter how shattered it may feel. The challenge was something she openly admitted in interviews. Even though she was crying, she tried to focus on the good things in her life, such as her husband, her children, and the baby she was carrying. Jenna Bush Hager, beloved co-host of the Today Show, has always kept her family life open and relatable to the public. From sharing moments of joy and happiness with her children to navigating the challenges of parenting, Jenna has been a source of inspiration for many. But recently, the public was shaken by a shocking revelation, one that brought a wave of sadness and left her pregnancy story overshadowed by an unimaginable tragedy. Jenna's journey into motherhood once again took a heartbreaking twist when the news of a devastating death cast a shadow over what should have been a joyful moment. The unbelievable tragedy that changed everything. Jenna's pregnancy, which should have been a moment of celebration, became overshadowed by the tragic death of someone incredibly close to her. Although Jenna had been public about her excitement and anticipation for expanding her family, this personal news took a backseat to the sorrowful loss that occurred within her inner circle. Fans who were eagerly awaiting the arrival of Jenna's new baby were left stunned as they learned about the heartbreaking death that rocked her world. Jenna shared the news on social media and the Today Show, visibly shaken but determined to be open with her audience, a decision that has only endeared her to fans even more. Despite the happiness she felt about becoming a mother again, the tragic death of a loved one left her and her family reeling, forcing them to balance their grief with the joy of expecting a child. Grief and joy, a complex mix of emotions. The emotions Jenna must have been feeling are unimaginable: grief over the loss of someone dear, yet excitement for the new life she was bringing into the world. In her emotional message, she acknowledged the difficulty of navigating both ends of the emotional spectrum simultaneously. She expressed that while her pregnancy brought her immense joy, it was also a bittersweet experience due to the mourning that had taken over her heart. The mix of grief and joy is something many can relate to, but few ever have to experience in such an intense and public way. Jenna's strength in sharing her personal pain with the world has made her a source of empathy for so many. Her vulnerability reminded fans that life is complicated. Sometimes, the best moments can be shadowed by loss, and that's okay. Jenna's courage to continue being present for her family and her audience through such a trying time has only deepened her connection with those who admire her. Jenna's emotional journey through tragedy and pregnancy. As Jenna spoke about her experiences, it was clear that this had not been an easy time for her. Pregnancy, even under the best of circumstances, is a physically and emotionally demanding experience. But when paired with the heartbreak of losing a loved one, it becomes even more complicated. Jenna explained that in the midst of her grief, she had found comfort in her family, who rallied around her during this difficult period. The support from her husband, children, and extended family has been a crucial part of helping her cope with both the anticipation of a new baby and the sorrow of loss. Pregnancy is supposed to be a time of joy, a moment to cherish, but for Jenna, it has also been marked by the heaviness of loss. Yet, Jenna continues to navigate this delicate balance with grace, relying on her faith, her family, and her inner strength to get through each day. Fans respond with love and support. When the news of Jenna's tragic loss broke, the outpouring of love and support from her fans was overwhelming. Fans of the Today Show and followers of Jenna's journey have been quick to express their heartfelt sympathy and admiration for the way she has handled such an unimaginable twist. Social media flooded with messages offering prayers, kind words, and shared experiences from others who had gone through similar tragedies during pregnancy or difficult life moments. One of the most touching reactions came from fans who shared their own stories of experiencing grief while celebrating new life. Many viewers have reached out, telling Jenna that they understand the complicated emotions she's experiencing and that they're there for her every step of the way. Jenna's decision to share her journey has created a community of support that will undoubtedly help her navigate the difficult road ahead. The future. Healing through hope. Despite the pain and sorrow that have consumed much of Jenna's pregnancy, there is still hope on the horizon. Jenna has expressed that she is looking forward to the arrival of her baby with a heart full of love and gratitude. The joy of motherhood, even in the wake of loss, will undoubtedly provide her with the strength to heal and move forward. While this chapter in her life is filled with sorrow, it is also filled with the promise of new beginnings. Her fans remain hopeful for Jenna and her family as they navigate this tough time. In the face of such heartache, the anticipation of new life offers a glimmer of light. Jenna's ability to find strength and remain open about her pain is a testament to her resilience and her unwavering love for her family. Conclusion. A family's strength amid tragedy. Jenna Bush Hager's pregnancy journey has taken an unimaginable turn, overshadowed by a tragic death. As she navigates this emotional roller coaster, her fans are by her side, offering support, love, and hope. Jenna's story reminds us all of the complexities of life, how grief and joy often intersect, and how we can find strength even in our darkest moments. As Jenna and her family move forward, we continue to send them love, prayers, and positive thoughts, hoping that healing will come and that the light of new life will bring peace and joy to their hearts.